Whether I should say, yeah, third down. Sorry, my fault. Bo Nix sacked. Yeah, third downs. Nobody did well.
Well, let me tell you something. Tyree Johnson, Michael Clemens, DeMarvin Leal, you could name them. These guys are relentless, and they were relentless today, and they were in Bo Nix's face all day.
Auburn 2 for 8 on third down in the first half. A&M 3rd and 13, dropped pass.
Tough field position, too, by the way, for A&M for most of the first half. Could never flip the field and found themselves playing out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
Another pass goes incomplete on 3rd and 4. A&M was 0 for 6 on third downs in the first half. In fact, it was 3-3 at halftime. Lowest scoring first half between ranked SEC teams in 5 years. To the second half. Zach Calzada goes long. He's got a man there. Caleb Chapman brings it in. 3 catches, 77 yards for him. That one went for 49. Finally, a big play. 3 plays later, Anais Smith, one of his 4 grabs.
And let's not forget that Zach Calzada, the guts he showed today, the shot he took, and then he came back into the game. And
here it is.
Just what he's done after this one. Watch the shot by Smoke Monday. Now, this guy right now, that doesn't look very good. It didn't look good then.
His shoulders out.
Look at him. But this guy came back in and finished the football game. Look at that shot right there by Smoke Monday. You don't try to run over a 6'3".
Keep in mind, he's the original backup. His backup is a walk. I don't know that you design quarterback runs in that situation, but what do I know? I'm not a coach. Bo Nix drops the football on the ground. Michael Clemens picks it up, and Clemens takes it in. And A&M, that is a big-time play to put him up 17-3, which in this game felt like 4 touchdowns.
This was an unforced error. How many times have we seen Bo Nix in the past when he's outside the pocket, not protect the football? The ball fell out of his hand, and A&M was able to scoop it and score a big turnaround in momentum as the game was kind of back and forth for much of the game to this point.
Yeah, then 4th down, John Samuel Shanker catches it, but he's short of the first down, so another turnover on downs. Aggies have it, 20-3. Auburn eventually gets it back on 4th down again. Passes low, picked up by Jalen Jones. Nix's 4th game this season without a passing or rushing touchdown, and A&M gets the 20-3 win. They've won 3 straight against AP-ranked teams.
He ain't always perfect, but I'm going to tell you what, that's a competitor, man. That guy has got arm talent. He can throw the football. He can make plays. He's a competitor. He's a tough guy. And I'm going to tell you, the injuries and the pain he's banged through this year and the things that are happening, and I wish he would slide. I have to get some of the Astros up here and get Dusty Baker up here and teach him how to slide and get down. But him to get off the mat like that, come back in that game, and then made plays, because that game was tight. I mean, to go back and do what he did, unbelievable respect for that young man and how he competes.
How do you assess quarterback play? And was there a point tonight where you just considered going to TJ Finley for that spark like you did against Georgia State?
Felt like Bo could get us back in the game, that we could get that spark. I mean, that's something that he's shown and we've done throughout the season. We just didn't get it. We had some penalties. We had some things that we didn't help ourselves with. We had a couple drops in some critical situations. About the time you're trying to get some momentum, you're moving the ball, you're kind of getting ready to get past the 50-yard line and create some plays, hopefully on that side of the field that can get us, into scoring position. And we just weren't able to do that.
A&M has flipped the script in games when both they and their opponent are ranked. In fact, after dropping the first 6 such games under Jimbo Fisher, 3 coming against number 1, the Aggies have won 3 of their last 4. Defense has certainly been key. After allowing over 40 points in 3 of those 6, they've held their last 3 opponents to 30 points or fewer. Look, they're doing it in a variety of ways here. This is a team that's still not out of it when it comes to the West because of the head-to-head win against Alabama. Defensively, though, you mentioned some of the guys. All in all, what did they do that frustrated Auburn and Bo Nix so much?
They couldn't block the front 7. Auburn could not block their front 7. They couldn't block the linebackers. They couldn't block the defensive line when they tried to throw the ball. Bo Nix completed 49% of his passes today for a reason, because he was running for his life a lot of the time, right? They stopped the run. Think about it. In Auburn's win last week, they rushed for 200 yards. When they run for 200 yards, they get a chance to win. Today, they rushed for 73. So they couldn't run it. They couldn't throw it. The defense for A&M was outstanding on 3rd down. They got a turnover. Think about it, guys. This game had 1 touchdown today. 1 touchdown. And guess who it was scored by? A&M's defense.
Yes.
So if you look at this, it was a defense. It was a defensive day, but this defense will always keep A&M in games. They're outstanding. And you know what I love today on 3rd down? I saw Mike Elko bring some safety blitzes, some new things I haven't necessarily seen. So he doctored these things up. He saved some things and entered them into this game. But they were fantastic in every way today, and that's why they won, and that's why they'll always have a chance to win.
Yeah, and it's disappointing for Auburn. I mean, we felt that Bo Nix was starting to get more comfortable in Brian Harsin's offense, that he and Bobo were starting to vibe. We saw Bo Nix actually correct a lot of the mistakes that we saw from him on the road last year. You mentioned the 49% completion. Well, coming into the game, he had about 60-something%, the best of his career. And so this Texas A&M defense sacked him 4 times. He had a lot of unforced errors, like you mentioned. He ran out of the pocket, and some of those plays that he was making a few weeks ago that we were applauding were being intercepted today. So Bo Nix kind of regressed, I would say, when it came to his road game performance. So it's disappointing for Auburn moving forward.
And I asked going in, what do we trust? Do we trust the improvement of Bo Nix? That was a little bit of a fraudulent peak for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Do we trust Zach Calzada? He wasn't accurate today, but what we did trust was the A&M defense and the A&M run game, 217 yards rushing. They ran for 7.3 yards per carry in the second half as they were able to just completely take the air out of the game, and that Auburn offense didn't have a lot to do between the defensive effort and the rushing game of A&M.
The 3 points they allowed, their fewest allowed against an AP top 15 team since 1957. I mean, that's the kind of historic performance the Aggies put out there against Auburn on this particular day. All right, more defense here for you. Arkansas